welcome to the Vault Report. I'm here once again with Creighton assistant coach Jalen Courtney-Williams. Blue Jays coming off win at DePaul. Next two, we got Butler at home, away game at Providence. Impressive January for you guys, coach. You guys finished
Yeah,
7-1 in the month. Most wins I think in January since 2017. What's been the secret this month?
just get better. Just attack and approach every day with the right mindset and get better. We talked about it before we started recording, but that's what you want to see. Your team just continue to get better. Approach the days the right way, and I think the best teams in the country all start to play well. Right around this time and well into February, March. That's what you want to do.
And talk about playing well. I mean, we know obviously the big three out there. I want to talk about them, but Stephen Ashworth, some guy, a guy I want to talk
Mhm.
about, a season high. I think he tied a season high 17 against DePaul. He scored in double digits the last 5 games. Just the importance of having him, his scoring. Again, guys stepping up in different times. Again, in the gauntlet that is the Big East.
Yeah. Yeah. No, credit to Steven. His maturity and his approach every day has been remarkable. Um, at one point he might have been the worst defender on the court, on a nightly basis, and now you can't take him off the court and you feel very comfortable putting him on the other team's best perimeter guard. So again, credit to him and his approach. Obviously, the numbers tell you it's only a matter of time before he starts making a bunch of shots, and it was really cool to see the ball fall for him. But he hasn't wavered. His approach, his day-to-day process hasn't wavered at all. So that's been really cool to see.
And you talked about obviously, what the purpose, getting better every game, each month, peaking at the right time, which would be March, and you're at the midpoint of the Big East right now, 7-3. I know satisfied. No coach is ever satisfied, but you look where you are, kind of halfway through Big East play. Maybe what fans don't see, but what has impressed you, or you guys most satisfied with what you guys are doing, and then also, yes, you've had a successful January, but what are the areas you guys still are looking at where you guys can
Yeah.
improve?
Well, if you look back at, weeks past, we got bit by the turnover bug uh, pretty badly. But I think we've addressed that. Our guys have addressed that here recently, and we've been able to take care of the ball defensively. I love where we are. We're putting out some strong defensive performances, for the most part. But again, like we said, we just want to continue to get better. You want to be able to learn from the film room. The thing that stuck out the most to me in this month was, you win a triple overtime game on the road, and obviously the next day you can't do much with guys playing heavy minutes and things like that. But the way those guys approached the film room and the scout report mentally, and then carried it out the next game, it's pretty impressive, and it shows maturity of this group. And again, you want to play your best ball, January, February into March, and I think this group is doing that. But you can't get too excited. The Big East is a bear, and every night there's a new challenge. And you might have to win games different kind of ways, but I love where our team's at.
Definitely. And Trey Alexander, I was reading the stat. I think you guys are 16-0 all time when he scores 20 plus
Yeah, I
points.
saw that. I saw
Which
that.
is, I think Cal Brenner, I think it was 17-2, but just Alexander, he was named Big East Player of the Week. Obviously, not
Yeah.
his first rodeo with that. Is there anything that doesn't surprise you at this point with him, and just his ability to impact the game and just the consistency? I think, which is obviously, as you know, is so hard to do in this league.
Yeah, Trey's a winner. Trey's a winner. When people ask me about Trey and what stands out to me the most, like, can he shoot it? Yes. And his best shooting performances, I think, are still in front of him as a Blue Jay this season. But can he defend? Yes, he can do so many things on the basketball court, but ultimately he just impacts winning. And he's had nights where he didn't score the ball particularly well, and he finds ways to impact the game. And I think him and the rest of our group, that's been the most impressive, how they just find ways to impact the game, even if the ball's not going in.
And
But we still want to see it go in though.
yeah, well, of course, of course. Um, before I do want to ask you about, Butler, the upcoming matchup. I know you guys, you do have some time obviously to prepare, but I think it's important to note, Coach McDermott, he moved 10th in Big East history 116 regular season wins, passing Jamie Dixon.
Yeah.
For you, I mean, I know people know what he brings to Creighton, but just as someone who has now, worked I would under with him, however you want to say it, as an assistant, just what makes him special about his preparation and obviously a huge feat.
Yeah, well, we're on a text thread right now. Him and the rest of the staff, like he's nonstop in terms of his prep, and I think he's one of the best coaches to ever coach our game in the college ranks. He doesn't get enough credit for that. But his approach day to day, you talk about our team's approach. Well, it starts with him. His approach day to day, it never wavers. And even when there are stretches where it's not going the way you want it to go, um, the way he approaches our team and our staff and our preparation, it doesn't change, right? You wouldn't know if we were 10-0 or 0-10 necessarily just from the way he prepares and goes about it. So, and you want to be around a guy like that.
And Butler, like I said, there's no days off. Butler's a team.
Yeah.
You guys haven't faced yet this year. You got them at home. Obviously, you've been successful at home, but what have you seen? What's the focus this week as you guys prepare for them?
Yeah, man, Butler's much improved. Obviously, Coach Mata, legendary coach over there, and I think they approached the transfer portal hard, and I think they hit on all their guys, which is hard to do, in this landscape because there's no exact science to it. But man, a much improved Butler team. Posh Alexander has almost reinvigorated his career, with that group. They're versatile defensively. They can switch, 1 through 4 for sure, 1 through 5 at times. They make shots from the perimeter. They have guys that can really do damage in the paint as well from the perimeter standpoint. So it'll be a tough matchup.
Definitely. Well, listen, Coach, I know it's a busy time, so I always appreciate it. Best of luck, obviously, this upcoming week. And
Absolutely.
continued January success. But I appreciate it. We'll be in touch.
So usually you're not wearing the sweaters. We go longer, but I can tell your dress. You might have date night or something coming up. So you're cutting us
I'm
off.
in that cold. I traveled. I'm in that cold weather now.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm not on the island right now.
I hear you. No, I appreciate you, Nathan. It's always fun.